Max Verstappen has been in the spotlight lately, especially due to the shake-ups at Red Bull. There's been a lot of speculation about his future, with rumours suggesting he might be leaning towards a move to Mercedes. This speculation grows stronger with Mercedes showing significant improvement mid-season. With 12 races left in 2024 and more upgrades expected for the W15, the big question is, can Mercedes convince Verstappen they'll keep winning from 2025 onwards? A few months back, things looked shaky for Mercedes, especially after Hamilton announced he was leaving and the car faced multiple issues. But now, the tables have turned. Mercedes has picked up steam, securing victories in their last 2 races and achieving a total of 4 podium finishes since Montreal. They're now determined to show Verstappen they have the speed and performance he needs if he decides to make the switch. One major reason Verstappen might stay with Red Bull, as pointed out by Wolff, is because of Red Bull's current dominance. However, with Mercedes catching up fast, Verstappen has a tough decision ahead of him, winning 3 championships and possibly a 4th if he can navigate this unexpected competition is no small feat. Anyone in his position would hesitate to walk away. But dive deeper into the Red Bull team dynamics like internal power struggles and Max's relationship with Horner, and you'll see there's a lot more going on. This is exactly what Wolff is exploiting. He's pointed out that a driver like Max considers far more than just the car when thinking about signing with a team. That's why Wolff's comments aim to stir things up at Red Bull. This whole situation underscores the challenges awaiting at Brackley over the next few races. Red Bull, dominating both championships with practically a one-man show, will undoubtedly face more competition as the year progresses. Mercedes, having discovered what they've been missing, are gearing up for a strong comeback. Allison's admission that the team overlooked something obvious hints at significant improvements for the W15. This was evident when they locked out the front row in Silverstone and won the race on merit. Yes, Verstappen's damaged floor did slow him down by about 1/10 of a second per lap during his outlap, but even with a flawless car, he couldn't compete with the Mercedes on medium tyres in the first stint and also fell behind the McLarens. This suggests Verstappen will have to step up his game as his team is quickly getting caught. This increased competition will likely lead to more behind-the-scenes drama, especially considering Horner's treatment of Verstappen's father and his efforts to exclude him from the Legends Parade in Austria. Even though the Brit claimed he had nothing to do with it, since the circuit itself organises this sort of thing, many are sceptical. After all, both Max and Marco commented on the kindergarten atmosphere at Red Bull. Despite these doubts, Mercedes is facing plenty of challenges at the moment. However, they certainly have the resources to upgrade their car, potentially convincing Verstappen that a move to the Brackley squad could be a smart move. With the Mercedes CEO openly supporting the idea and even saying Max would look good in silver, it's clear how keen they are to have him. Honestly, apart from Verstappen and Alonso, there aren't many drivers left who could step into the shoes of the 7-time world champion. While this move might seem risky given the current mid-season development battle, it could be worth it. After the Silverstone GP, Toto Wolff playfully teased Verstappen. Discussing Max possibly joining Mercedes, Wolff emphasised the need to build the perfect car, but added that it doesn't influence their strategy. I've always believed we needed a fast car, and once we had one, we'd attract the attention of many drivers. But for now, I think we should just stay calm and focus on the season. Max spent a lot of time behind our car at Silverstone, so maybe he'll reconsider his options too. Whether the W15 can win Max over is something we'll have to see. It's Max winning the races, not just Red Bull. Still, it's amazing how quickly Mercedes has improved, though according to Allison, this was all part of the plan. Not long ago, Mercedes technical director mentioned that by the end of the summer break, we'd see a car competing for podiums and potentially winning races. And here we are, ahead of schedule. Mercedes had a stellar run recently, clinching victory at the Austrian and British Grand Prix and securing additional podium finishes in Montreal and Barcelona. They also snagged pole positions in Montreal and Silverstone. Some might say their win in Austria got a boost from the Verstappen and Norris incident, but Russell seized the opportunity and made sure to hold on to it. In Silverstone, Mercedes dominated the front row with a car that handled brilliantly in all conditions, whether wet, dry or intermediate. If Russell hadn't faced a DNF, Mercedes could have landed 2 drivers on the podium and possibly racked up 12 more points. Team principal Toto Wolff has been quite pleased with their progress. He mentioned that everything suddenly clicked into place, making perfect sense. He compared their current performance to the good old days, saying that their development efforts are paying off by translating directly into faster lap times. For the past 2 years, things have been different, but now there's more in store for our performance. We're introducing some new enhancements in Budapest and Spa. However, we need to stay grounded. Last week's victory came because of some incidents, but at Silverstone, we truly earned it. We had genuine speed. George and Lewis were leading the way for us. We had genuine speed in nearly all conditions and were always in the mix. The big boost came from the team fixing the simulator problem that's been bugging them for the past few months. They couldn't pinpoint where they were losing performance or, more crucially, where they could gain more. Rivals were quick to accuse Mercedes of using an illegal wing, but Wolff firmly denied this, saying everything approved by the FIA is fair game. He insisted that just because they found a strong setup, it doesn't mean anyone should start pointing fingers again. Also, aside from Verstappen, let's not overlook Mercedes' young talent in F2, Kimi Antonelli. With decisions about his future dragging on, Wolff has reignited the chatter about the 3-time race winner possibly joining Mercedes, even if it's only for a year. Mercedes is eager to bring in Antonelli as soon as they can, but the Austrian team principal made it clear the seat is Verstappen's if he wants it. If Verstappen decides not to join Mercedes from 2025 onwards, we can expect to see a different driver and a shift in events. Considering all this, do you believe Mercedes has done enough to persuade Verstappen that they can be a dominant force from 2025 onwards? Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. See you in the next video.